So this has been a project for the past year now, and I finally decided, you know, I'm gonna finally show it to you. I've shown it in a few update videos, but nothing really more than just pointing the camera at it for a couple seconds. Never really actually gone through it. So this started out, I guess the rear frame section, as like a 67 or 68 Sears Custom 7. And that's also what the front grille is from, but that's off of a different one, but it's the same. The whole front end of it was completely junk, so the back part of the frame is really all that I had left. And what I had already had a bunch of holes torched in it and everything, so it was really kind of worthless. So that was like 4 or 5 years ago now. Since then, I've been trying to do different projects with it to try to do something cool with it. And eventually I came up with this. So I'm going to start at the back, kind of work my way to the front, and then maybe I'll start it up and drive it for you or something. So it ain't like, you know, I wrecked a perfectly good Sears, you know, vintage tractor. I basically just took one that was already junk, and it's still junk, I guess. So these fenders are off of a 76 or 77 Simplicity Power Max, like garden tractor, small tractor type thing, which is also what these rear tires are off of. Those are like 30-inch tall rear tires with like 16 or 17-inch rims. They are 6-lug, so I made these 5-lug to 6-lug adapters so those can actually fit on here. I do have another set of these tires, so I might make some dually adapters and put duals on here, which would be kind of neat. Just a cheap old pan seat. I gotta cut the seat spring or put a different seat spring on there, lower the seat down somehow. Got this fuel tank off of who knows what that's just zip tied sketchily on here. We have some sketchy wiring going on, which is just temporary, just to get everything working. The standard hitch plate, I have this linkage started here for a 3-point hitch. I had a hydraulic cylinder on here, but I borrowed it for something else. The transmission is like a John Deere 300 or 316 style. That is a Sunstrand Model 50 hydrostatic pump, and this is on the Dana axle. I forget the exact model. So yeah, it's a pretty typical, you know, heavy duty garden tractor of like the 70s or so. Basically, if you have a John Deere 318, 316, 300, anything like that, that'll have the same axle. That's out of the same machine this engine's out of, which is off of a Toro front mount mower. I'll stick a picture in the video right here of that. This engine is kind of weird, actually. It's a Mitsubishi diesel, like 22, 23, 24 horsepower, something like that. From looking at it, it looks like a Yanmar at first glance, but then like this valve cover is kind of weird. The fuel injection pump looks like a Kubota pump, but the block looks like a Yanmar, so does the alternator. So it's kind of weird. The starter is the same as the Yanmar starter. L3E52073 is the numbers on it, which I believe that was supposed to be like 24 horsepower or something like that. This air filter isn't mounted, it's just stuck on here. You know, you pay extra for that. The radiator is barely even installed. This coolant line is almost pinched in half. This does overheat, it does run pretty hot, probably because of that. There's no shroud or nothing on the fan. The fan was actually clipped so that it does actually fit with this radiator, which this radiator's off of, I believe, a reefer unit. Like a box truck reefer unit, I believe. That's what I was told that was out of. It does have a small leak down here on this hose. You can see a little drip there. That's just in the 5 minutes it's been parked here. So yeah, it just has water in there. I was saying the wiring was sketchy. I wasn't joking. I mean, this is terrible. It's so bad that whenever I shut it off, other than now, I actually unhooked the ground from the battery because I don't trust this, I tell you that. It does have lights. Those two do work, and then it has one in the back. It had another one here, but it was so floppy it was going to break off, so I just took it off completely. This hood is a little weird. It is a homemade hood. It just goes through these bolts here, and I have little wing nuts, which are actually in my pocket. I took off for the video, which this thing never likes to close. I'll do that off camera. It has like 1,800 hours on it, and there's all the gauges from the mower the engine came out of. It is a foot control hydro, so you just push your foot in the back of this pedal, it goes in reverse, push your foot in the front and goes forward. It does go like 11 or 12 miles an hour because those rear tires are so big. I've got golf cart tires in the front with a John Deere X540 front axle, which is of course power steering. That needed a lift kit because originally I had 23-inch tires in the back and 16-inch tires in the front. So to put these bigger tires, which are like 30 inches tall, in the back, I had to lift the front end up a little bit. So it does look a little goofy in the front. So if you look at it, you know, like this, it's not that good down here. But I just stuck that on there like yesterday, the day before, just to see what it looked like with these tires on there. I did already show you these wheel spacers, but there's another look at it. Yep, just a 5-lug axle. This is like a round metal disc off of who knows what. I just measured, kind of got lucky and drilled the holes, just ran some bolts through there, and bolted the wheels on. So I'm gonna start this up for you, and maybe we'll drive it a little bit. Got to get on to the other side. Things are really hard to get on with the steering wheel being so low. It turns extremely sharp. I mean, got the pedal to the floor. Now to shut it off, you got to turn the key off and push that, because the little solenoid on the engine is actually fried, which is right here. There's a little electronic shut off. Fun fact, when I went to pick up the mower this engine came out of at the auction, I went to start it up, and it actually drove away on me, so that was fun. So yeah, that is just a quick little walk around on this. You guys will see more on this. I very hope, you know, in the near future. I do plan on putting like a little front end loader on here, so that'll be pretty cool. Dual rear tires would be kind of neat, just because with that loader, have dual rear tires would be kind of neat. Wow, that tire is not in good shape. We'll just pretend we didn't see that. So yeah, that'll be it, and more coming soon on this project, as well as a bunch of other ones I currently have going on.